Judges in both Michigan and North Carolina dismissed lawsuits brought on by the Republican National Committee that would have increased restrictions for overseas ballots. Some Republicans argue that these restrictions were necessary to maintain the integrity of the presidential election. North Carolina Judge John W. Smith concluded that, quote, plaintiffs have failed to show that they will suffer irreparable harm if a temporary restraining order or emergency preliminary injunction is not issued. Scott MacFarlane joins us now to break down all of this. Okay, so what exactly was the judge saying here? What was the ruling?
Well, this is quite a hornet's nest at the 11th hour, just before an election, for there to be challenges in 3 battleground states. You have the North Carolina one, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. In North Carolina, the argument the judge is making is that this is the 11th hour. This risks disenfranchising people, and that this is not something that can be moved on now. The Michigan and North Carolina challenges are similar, Caitlin. What they're saying here, the Republicans who've sued, is that they want proof of residency for the many people who vote from overseas. This would include some number of service members, potentially, but all those who live in the states but aren't living in the states during the election. How many people is that? Nationwide, about 1 million people vote this way, not just a few from overseas. The judges in Michigan and North Carolina have knocked these down. In Pennsylvania, it's something different. They're trying to require these overseas voters to show ID, to prove their residency and that they're eligible voters. That one's still pending. We spoke with one of the Republicans behind one of the suits, a Michigan clerk from Chesterfield Township, which is Macomb County, Michigan. She explains why she thought this type of challenge was necessary.
We have been tasked with maintaining the public trust, and that's very, very important for the sustainability of the republic, and I believe that. And our residents believe that as well. Our voters want to make sure that we are doing everything possible to make sure that their votes are protected.
The most volatile issue here is that there's a concern this would disenfranchise service members who are overseas and don't have readily access to their property records or their IDs. For now, these challenges are squelched in Michigan and North Carolina.
And important to note that we don't know how these voters would vote. This could potentially disenfranchise voters of both parties. So we talked about those 2 battleground states where these lawsuits were happening. Are there any others kind of on the docket right now?
Will there be more? It's always a possibility. Some of the critics of these legal challenges say the point isn't likely to win the lawsuit. It's to sow doubt and give yourself footholds for post-election challenges if you are concerned that the election didn't go your way. There's no evidence of fraud through overseas voting, according to David Becker, our CBS News elections analyst, who we spoke with a short while ago. Take a listen to David.
And we have almost 40 years of data on this. To my knowledge, I don't know that we have a single case of even alleged fraud coming out of the military and overseas voting program. No misuse at all. If anything, it still requires members of the military and overseas voters to meet certain deadlines. It still is harder for someone who is serving on a nuclear submarine or serving at an army base in Afghanistan or elsewhere to get a ballot and return it, and there's just no way around that. But this tries to make it as easy as possible so that they will get their ballot in on time.
So yes, there could be more legal challenges. It's highly unlikely any succeeds, but we heard from a lot of service organizations, those who represent service member families, saying we are worried that these challenges will disenfranchise or convince some people just not to vote. It's the worst outcome for everybody involved to not have voters vote, especially when you don't know the political complexion of those votes. So we're going to keep an eye on the Pennsylvania suit and see when it's disposed of too.
Right. I mean, could the results be any different there?
It's a different challenge, different plaintiffs. In this case, in Pennsylvania, it's a group of U.S. House Republicans filing the suit, and they're asking for ID for overseas voters, which under the 1986 federal law allowing overseas voting is not a necessary requirement. There's no sense this suit's going to succeed, but the critics of the challenges say it still gives a foothold to post-election challenges for those who want to deny election results.
Important that you're laying down the marker for us a couple weeks before the election. Scott MacFarlane, as always, thank you very much for your reporting.